May I come in, sir?
Yes,
Come.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
sir.
Please be
Good evening,
comfortable.
sir. Thank you.
Aishwarya, tell us about yourself.
So, I did my schooling of secondary education and higher secondary education from DAV Public School, Kalinganagar and DAV Public School, Pokhariput, respectively. Thereafter, I joined IISER and completed my BSMS dual degree with a major in physics. I have been a national level 𝐒𝐂 player and a state level athlete. I take a very keen interest in acting, dancing and exploring cinema.
Yes, why do you want to join Odisha Administrative Service?
So one and foremost is my passion towards serving to society. And I found that I've always wanted to do something in the best of my capacity. So this is one field where my passions and my interests both align. So I feel I can have a greater impact on the people of the society and wherever I work.
When did you decide to join OS?
I come from a family of civil servants, so I've always seen my father working during the flood time or having a very night duty or during the elections time. He used to have a very hectic lifestyle, but I was always interested to work like him. So that was one thing I always thought of, that field is, I wanted to do something like that. But I think during, while I was pursuing my graduation of BSMS dual degree, I seriously thought about that I can actually pursue civil service and go for a career within it.
So you are a sportswoman.
Yes, sir.
So what other sports you are interested in? Apart from 𝐒𝐂, you are a 𝐒𝐂 player. Any other sports you have interest?
Yes, so I like to watch a lot of sports. For example, in international matches, I love to watch, be it like hockey or badminton or any kind of athletic sports or basketball, football. I like watching, but I'm not good at it.
So what is the position of India in the last hockey, Paris Olympics?
So in Paris Olympics, we again had a bronze medal, the hockey team. It was twice in consecutive time.
Any player from Odisha?
Yes, sir. Amit Rohidas from Odisha.
So have you heard the term Paralympics?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Paralympics was designed in the line of Olympics, but for disabled people. And it is actually providing a very big platform for all the disabled people whom we feel are disabled, but they're actually special category people, to term it in a nice way. And India has been performing really nice. We had almost like, the last I saw it was around 22 plus medals we had with almost 4 golds. So that is really inspirational for everybody.
Do you watch tennis? Any idea about tennis?
It's very rare. I just have a little idea.
What is AI?
As an artificial intelligence.
Yes.
It is artificial intelligence is where technology are taught with human capabilities and human intelligence to pursue human capabilities and human intelligence and function tasks accordingly.
If AI is introduced, will it hamper human growth, or there will be less of human resources, and it will impact the general population, those who are seeking jobs?
According to a report of International Labour Report, International Labour Report said around 60% of the jobs might be at risk in coming years because of AI. But to look at AI would actually make a lot of labor and menial works easier. For example, like manual scavenging. So that is one thing that we really need AI. We do not need humans to do that. So all this labor and menial work which are done by humans, it can be done by AI. And as coming to, will it take the jobs of humans? It is like people need to be more skilled so that they can work with accordance to artificial intelligence.
Have you any idea about the preamble of the Constitution?
Yes, sir.
The Constitution came into force in 1949. Subsequently, it was amended. Can you say the amendment part of the Constitution, of the preamble of the Constitution?
Yes, sir. 42nd Constitutional Amendment was there, and 2 new words were added to it. One is secular, another is integrity. I'm not able to recollect. Sorry, sir.
Can you say the difference between executive magistrate and judicial magistrate? What is executive magistrate and what is judicial magistrate?
I'm not sure about judicial magistrate.
You might have heard the name of Swami Vivekananda.
Yes, sir.
So what is his relationship with Chicago?
So he actually gave a speech in Chicago with respect to secularism in India with a religious perspective. And
What is that? The occasion was what? And can you say me the year, date, something like that? Can you say?
I'm not sure. I can only guess if
Okay.
it's around 1911, maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay. Sir, continue.
When was the last time that India got a gold in hockey?
The correct year, I'm not able to remember.
All right. All right. You've been, I have great respect for people having physics, chemistry, and mathematics. You could have been a wonderful scientist if you wanted to. Why did you opt for this job?
So I always had a very high interest in taking up basic sciences. I qualified JEE Advanced and took up ISER stream. But I think after a few years of that, I also realized that I was not extremely good at physics. To be a researcher in physics, you have to be extremely talented, extremely good at the subject. I think at the basic level, I was okay, but I think at the higher level, I wasn't good. And I believe that my degree would be only of 5 years hardly, but the job and the career that I would be pursuing, it's 40 plus years. So it's always essential that I choose something which I'm interested in.
Right. Okay, you've had a sociology as your optional subject, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What books have you studied for sociology?
In particular of any author, I haven't. I have only studied books for exams.
You've heard about Emily Durkheim,
Yes, sir.
Max Weber?
Yes, sir.
You haven't gone through them?
Yes, sir. I've gone through them in books written by sociologists. I have read books which is meant for competitive examinations.
No, but my suggestion would be when you are preparing for these things, you must go through the original textbooks. Actually, that will help you a lot for the future. Actually, right? Okay. Now, can you just tell me identify a caste, clan, tribe, and varna?
Caste is a division which is made in India. It is very peculiar to India, in which we have a triangular pyramid structure of having Brahmin, Kshatriya, Shudras and Dalits and then untouchables. With respect to tribes are a population which accounts for around 8.6% of the total population of India. And they have certain characteristics, for example, which is exclusive to tribes. It is like the livelihood, they have agricultural based economy. They're not much into manufacturing and other sectors. And thirdly, the marital conditions and everything is very different from the mainstream. And they have a huge diversity among themselves only. For example, the Nayar tribes of Kerala are matriarchal, they belong to matriarchal. So, and other two,
Clan and varna?
So, I cannot recollect the correct definition.
Okay, fine. What is varnashrama dharma?
As per my knowledge, I think it was as Gandhiji mentioned of varnashrama vyavastha is not it is not harmful for the society. It's not anti to the society. It is how it is mentioned in the Vedas. Sorry, I think I'm bluffing. Sorry, sir.
All right. You are a freestyle dancer, yeah? What dance forms do you practice actually? Do you see these programs, Jhalak Dikhla Ja and Nach Baliye and all that?
Yes.
Yeah. And who's your favorite dancer among the three, like Terence or Geeta Ma or Remo?
I think as a personality, I feel it's Geeta Ma because I think she has an aura of both being professional and also having a softness towards everybody. That is one thing. In terms of technicalities, of course, Terence, I believe.
How many types of classical dance forms are there in India?
We have 8 classical dance forms in India, including, I'll tell all the names. From Odisha, we have Odissi. Then from Assam, we have Satriya. Then from Kerala, we have Kathakali and Mohiniyattam. From Uttar Pradesh, we have Kathak. Then from Andhra Pradesh, we have Kuchipudi. Bharatnatyam from Tamil Nadu.
And the 8th is Manipuri.
Manipuri from Manipur. Sir, and Chhau is a dance form which is considered by Ministry of Culture as a classical dance form, but Natya Shastra and everything does not consider it as a classical dance form.
What is the difference between a folk dance and a classical dance form?
classical dance form is believed has a very long history. For example, we believe that it has been written somewhere, the dance has been mentioned by Bharat Muni in his Natya Sastra, and it has a very rigid steps. For example, shyness, for example, in Odisha is shown in a particular way, which even after generations no one can change. It is proper records and books are there. But folk dance is more of a tradition. They want to celebrate something. So that is where folk dance comes. For example, Dandiya, Garba, these all are where festive occasions are coming and people want to celebrate. That is, and it has a lot of energy, enthusiasm, storytelling. Storytelling is there in both. I
Right,
think
very good. Have you heard about the Manchapuri Gumpha? Manchapuri cave, Khandagiri, Udayagiri?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Manchapuri cave, Khandagiri, Udayagiri. Why is it so very, very important pertaining to the development of dance form in Odisha? Odissi dance.
I'm not sure of that, but I think
Who
maybe
excavated these caves actually?
Kharavela, as I was following with respect to Jain philosophy, and its inscriptions are written in the Rani Gumpha. Another, with respect to dance, I think Devdasi culture was flourishing. Maybe, I'm not sure of it.
And what is that inscription? In Khandagiri and Udayagiri?
So I don't
From which we know about Kharavela and the excavation.
Edits.
Yes, excavation of these caves. No idea? ठीक है.
Aiswarya, your schooling is from DAB, right? So, do you think that in Odisha, DAB means the very essence of DAB is fulfilling here? You are satisfied with this, the DAB, the way it works in Odisha?
So in terms of numbers, we do have a lot of DAVs around it. But there are certain, for example, as compared to the alumni of DAVs of other states, we do not have such magnificent people coming out of it. And that is one. And I think the fee structure is also increasing a lot day by day, which was in, for example, back in our times, it was very less. But currently it is more into profit making. And that is one thing that is not suitable for the current
Okay,
time.
right. So that means the very essence of establishing of institutions is diluting, right?
No, it is being also balanced. For example, the DAV schools still have a subject which promotes Vedas, which is promotion of knowledge and dilution of ignorance, and that is also going on. We have DAV Havans and a lot of extracurricular activities.
That's fine. Retaining the Anglo-Vedic cultures and regarding pertaining to, if I say that commercializations, something has to be curbed, I think. Okay. So you're having an optional in sociology, right? So can you say what is Sanskritization and how you mingled with the present day context society? First define Sanskritization. Yeah.
Sir M.N. Srinivas coined the term Sanskritization. He meant that whenever a caste or a tribe of a lower strata, they adopt the practices of a higher caste, particularly like a twice-born caste. For example, the sacred thread. A lot of non-Brahmins, even in Odisha, they put a sacred thread just to be getting accepted that they are also at par as Brahmins. That is one example.
Okay, so if I compare these things in the post-Veda periods, means during the Veda period and this 21st century, what is the these things that existed there still? So what is the difference in those days and these days, Sanskritization? How you mingle these ones? In that time also it is present and today is also there. So how it is relevant in the present day concept in the 21st century in society, this one?
I think earlier it was a lot of adopting practices of higher caste in terms of agricultural activities or other activities. Currently, the kind of activities they are pursuing from higher caste is different as compared to the agricultural activities they were doing from the higher caste. Currently, I think the activities that they are doing, for example, Brahmins and Kshatriyas, the activities that they used to do, and the lower caste currently, which activities are taking from them are different.
Okay, good.
And another kind, in modern times, we are also seeing a cross Sanskritization. For example, eating non-veg and was a thing of Dalits and earlier, but now a lot of Brahmins and Kshatriyas, they're also doing that. And for example, in terms of occupations also, for example, Bata, a leather company, which was earlier said that the leather is only for Dalits and they would do work related to it. But currently, if we see, these companies are taken over by people of higher caste. So it might be across the Sanskritization in current times.
Okay, okay. Do you think that the practice of polygamy should be perpetuated in present day society?
In my opinion, I do not support polygamy.
Yeah, with context to any examples that why you hesitating this one?
So I believe a marriage is a bond where we both respect each other and support each other, and first of all is respecting each other. So even if one has to have a different marriage or a different relationship, it should be after divorce or after a legal consent thing. Otherwise, I think it hampers the partner who suffers from for example, the first wife of a lot of men who commit polygamy. They have an issue of self-respect, and even the children of the firstborn would have a difficulty living in the society. So I believe that polygamy should be made illegal, and it should be, the second or any number of marriages are okay, but if we do that by a legal procedure.
So okay, so that means if I talking the perspective about the Hindu Marriage Act.
Yes, sir.
So is it support polygamy or is against of polygamy?
So, currently the Supreme Court has banned the triple talaq. So, in the earlier triple talaq, which was an instant divorce, is not there. But currently polygamy is persisting.
Persisting, okay. So polygamy is mainly prevalent in which corner of India now, and particularly in which states basically?
So, one is among some certain tribes. For example, Kidney of Himachal Pradesh, they also practice polygamy, and other in a Muslim dominated areas, it might be, for example, in Uttar Pradesh.
Okay, so polyandry is still prevalent here in India? Polyandry, if I say?
Yes, it is still.
What is polyandry?
Where one female partner has multiple male spouses.
In which part of India it is more among which tribes it is most in?
On India, I do not know, but I think it is in Sherpa tribes of Bhutan. As far as I know, that's one tribe where this is still prevailing.
Okay, Kumaon and Garhwal regions, you can say this one. Okay.
Okay.
So, if I say regarding Namomi Ganga Excellent Plan, can you say something about Namomi Ganga Excellent Plan?
So it was done since Ganga was getting polluted
Since its inception belongs to which decade? Namomi Ganga Action Plan. Who was the main inception, so idea? Who was the main architect behind this one?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so tell something about Namomi Ganga Action Plan and present day status.
It was about decreasing the amount of pollution that is happening in the Ganga river water, and to limit that, the Namomi Ganga program was started, but I'm not sure about its current day status.
Okay, so do you think that tortoise have a significant role in cleaning the river water? As per there is an article in few days back regarding the environment. You have some idea regarding this one? Tortoise have any significant role in cleaning this particular Namomi Ganga Action Plan water or government is? You have any idea about this one? Or any idea about this?
No.
Okay. So, recent Kerala incident, you heard it? Where it was there? Happened? Kerala's landslide? In which district?
Wayanad district.
Wayanad district. What was the main issues there? Why it was so triggered?
So one can, though the natural causes are there, the main cause that we are is because of urbanization and urban construction that is going on, a rampant construction, rampant tourism. Even after the initial, even the meteorological department instructions came very late, and even after it came, a lot of people were not okay with the rehabilitation program. So if the rehabilitation program was to be done very earlier, and if the meteorological department would have mentioned about that happening, then we could have saved many lives. And the tourism must be restricted in the areas in rainy season specifically, which have a higher possibility of fatalities in.
Okay, so you're having freestyle dancing, acting, and playing 𝐒𝐿.
Yes, sir.
So, and you are a national level winner also.
Runners up.
Runners. Where it is? Where this particular event happened?
It happened in the state only.
State only. Okay. Freestyle dancing means you are only for classical or only this modern rap? Which one?
I love watching classical dances, but I've not learned it formally. So, and freestyle dancing is not restricted to one particular type of movement. It allows me to express as I want to express myself. So that is the most thing in freestyle dancing. I can express and creatively and innovatively.
Okay, you feel much relieved after this one kind of practice of dancing, this one?
Yes, sir.
So you suggest that dancing is in good habit, one should adopt this one, right?
Yes, sir.
So what special benefit you are mainly gaining in your personal view, that one, after that?
A lot of maybe physical thing is there, you do a lot of exercise, but that one thing is maybe you dancing is something which requires a rigorous practice. For example, even if I had to perfect a particular move, I'll take a long time, and sometimes not being able to do a particular move actually makes us grounded and humble, making us feel that we're not good at everything. So that is one thing that I've learned from dancing. That, and secondly, I think acceptance of failure. It's like I would have taken part in a lot of dance in all my career, and I would have failed in a lot of times. So that letting go of failure and learning from the failure is one thing that I think I've learned from dance a lot.
Okay.
And thirdly, I think to accept that somebody will always be much better than you. That is one thing.
Okay, good, Aiswarya. Sir?
What basic difference would you find between the Arya Samaj and the Brahmo Samaj?
Yes, sir. Arya Samaj was by Dayanand Saraswati, and Brahmo Samaj was started by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Arya Samaj was entirely focused on infallibility of Vedas. It said that the Vedas are the original thing and it should be followed, whereas Brahmo Samaj was much of rational thinking. It took up social issues like child marriage, sati pratha, these other things. So although they both wanted to have a better society, the perspectives and the area that they want to work on were different.
It's over. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, so we are here to give you feedback regarding this ones.
You want to ask some questions?
No, I'm saying that usually panelists, in the real interview, what happens is when the panelist asks the student that, after the interview is over, they had their conversation, they usually ask, do you want to ask us something?
तमे एटा कहि परिबो कि सर इट्स ओके आई एम क्वाइट कंफर्टेबल नो माने आई हैव नो क्वेश्चंस आई एम क्वाइट कंफर्टेबल यू कैन से और एल्स यू कैन आस्क समथिंग सर आई डू आई हैव
the interview over, what more is to be asked? That they have asked their questions, you have answered to their satisfaction and to your ability. You have answered to your ability, and what more? So it is better to just thank them and leave the place.
Leave the place. Sir, any improvement you can give?
No, I think she's quite, outspoken, and she expressed her thoughts quite, in a presentable manner. She has clarification, her fundamental concepts are clear, and that's about all. And only one thing I would suggest to you is that in all these boards, actually, like I've been saying so many times, that they would be asking you plenty of questions on Odisha and from the place that you come from, right? Okay, like covering all aspects of Odishan history. All aspects of Odishan history, starting from ancient period to the medieval to the modern period, and then covering particularly pre-independent when Odisha was formed on 1st January 1936, and then what were the issues involved there, Act of 1935, election of 1937, and then the Prajamandal movement, integration of princely states, what major role was played by these leaders during that period and all that. And then there are several ministries that came up after 1946 particularly, Hare Krishna Mehta's first ministry, and then Namakrishna Chaudhary's ministry, and how the party system developed in Odisha actually, right? Okay, the Ganatantra Parishad, Swatantra Party, all these things, plenty of questions on that. And then of course the reaction of Odisha, in Odisha to the emergency, JP movement and all. Socio-economic political developments after 1991 when Odisha became a part of the globalized campaign that was going on. All these things, you have to cover everything. Like you mentioned about dance forms and all that, that would be there of course. And what else? Yeah, that's about all. I mean, including tangible culture, intangible culture, temple architecture, all these things. Biodiversity, the biosphere in Odisha, natural, what you call heritage that we have, all these things.
This is your second attempt. What about the first attempt?
Sir, went till the interview round actually, but after that my application got rejected. Just on the day of the result, my application got rejected because there was a date issue. I was underage. I mean, I graduated and I completed my degree by June that year, but they were taking up to April that year. So my application got rejected. And I was informed on the day of the result. So
Okay, this time good luck. Huh?
Regarding my point of view, Aiswarya, you are an eloquent speaker. You speak loudly and it is very clearly. So things are transparent. Whatever you know, you are much loud to say that one. Otherwise, you confess the things you don't know. That is the most thing regarding shows that your honesty and things of clarity of your approach. Personality. What I suggest regarding Sir Jota Kahile, you can go for your state's own, that is more because you are appearing for the Odisha Civil Service, so you ought to know about your state's history, geography, environment, those other things. And since you are a natural inhabitant of Khurda, right? So you must have an adequate knowledge regarding your Khurdas being particularly. Right. Other than else, I am quite satisfied. And physics, since you have passed out in your postgraduate in physics, right? Postgraduate in physics. So prepare for that. But sometimes you never know. Some of the interviewers they belongs to that background. So you need to have some basics fundamentals regarding the physics regarding your the recent Nobel winner in which particular field and what are your innovations regarding that one. So you must prepare and aware about those things. Else I am happy. Okay.
And something about kichi current national affairs do chalichi actually, about that, and then something about international developments
like your Gaza, Israel, Hamas, and
and the Ukraine crisis, India's role.
one question, sir. I feel that sometimes I'm bluffing. If I do not know. For example, if they're asking me something, either I know or do not know.
Yes.
But there are certain questions in which I have some idea. So in that questions, what should I do?
See, the way that is this instance I'm telling. Polygamy, and regarding if you're correlating that analysis polygamy with a triple talaq, that is really I am satisfied the way you answered. But regarding polyandry, you have an intelligence, you know that one, but you said in Bhutan. So I could have expected that if you reach to Bhutan, you could have Garhwal and Kumaon region that is very nearer. So think that one. So I believe that one you have to brush up in that areas particularly, where the particular, because and you have that ability to integrate your traditional knowledge with your contemporary, that intellect you can correlating. In that case, your guessing is okay. Sir, I believe that one, that you can say use. That's okay. That means your interviewer can understand that you have tried to reach those things and make them convinced. So in that case, it's okay. And if you're not sure, you can say sorry for that one. Ask the questions.
Yes, right. If you're bluffing all through, that will be exposed But if you have some idea, you can say, sir, this is what I know about the thing. I'm not very clear, but this is what I feel is. And about what you know, you go very confidently, and you must always try to drag them to those areas in which you have a grasp.
Like your mangroves and other things, olive turtles,
Ramsar lakes and Ramsar sites and all that.
Rest is fine.
Okay. All the best. God bless you.
All the best. Thank you.